Yeah, so here we are back in Sonder County. Goodness gracious, it's about time that I remove this park. I absolutely despise this thing. I don't know why I ever even gave into it in the first place. I think a big reason for it was because I thought that it would kind of look cool, and it was also an excuse for me to get out of video because I haven't posted in a month. But I think I can post consistently now. I don't know. I think my workaholic brain is starting to catch up to me. Anyways, look at this mod. This is called, from what I know, zoning blocks. And these are awesome, man. Look at this. This is what I used to create the park itself. It allowed me to actually add extra employees into the park. And then this was me removing the park. Boom. The old one's gone. It is no longer there. I'm not going to even try to fix it. I did not even want to fix it. So I decided, why not be smart? Why not be nice and handsome about it? Let's just reload an old save before I even built the park. So I think that this is kind of cutting back to, actually, the episode before, right after I constructed the bus depot. So let's just pretend that other video didn't even happen. But you know what? We can label it as a happy accident. That's what life is full of, after all. Life is full of happy accidents. Life is full of despair sometimes. It's full of hatred, and sometimes it's full of screwing something up in City Skylines too, which, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and mention this now. I actually lost half of my progress once I got all the footage recorded, and I went back to go record some cinematic footage, which, of course, I couldn't use because all of my saved data wasn't saved. I forgot to save the game. My bad, but whatever. I rebuilt the park. It was honestly... It didn't really take that long once I got the groove of it. But anyways, today we're creating a functional park. One that actually looks nice, one that looks small, one that looks affordable, if you know what I'm saying. Originally, I was like, okay, let's make the most ridiculous amusement park ever, but I also want Sonder County to look, neat. I want it to look pretty consistent in its style, in the fact that it's rural America that kind of is mixed in with urban America, and I feel like that definitely is a pretty real statement. But anyways, this is me planning out the actual parking lot area. I didn't want people speeding in, so I just put a nice little local road right there, and then, for some nice, forgot what the word is for, consistency, that's what it is. Yes, consistency. I put in a bunch of roundabouts in every intersection because, after all, we do not want people getting into an accident. And I also noticed that that's usually in a lot of areas anyways, with amusement parks, a lot of roundabouts everywhere. So this is me creating the park management depot. So this is going to be used for pretty much the park, but these trucks can also be used in other areas as well. So I guess that's an absolute win on my part. Originally, I was going to do this big old building, because this kind of looks like a garage space mixed in with an office building, but then I was like, nah, that doesn't look very good, I don't know. And then I tried this one. I tried a lot of different buildings, even some that I cut off camera, because I was like, darn, why can't I get this? But I decided, okay, let's create the parking lot first. So this included about, let me think, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 trucks, so that's more than what I think the base game gives you. So, if you're looking to make some pretty cool custom assets, then go ahead and do this, because it looks, this mod, zoning blocks, it's definitely pretty fun. And I decided to choose this building since it looked really awesome, pretty cool. It looked small, it looked manageable, it didn't look like it was sticking out anywhere. That's what I was trying to get rid of in this episode. I was trying to get rid of the areas of this park that were just too aloof. Too pretentious about itself. And I was like, you know what, yeah, well, let's just get rid of it. Let's calm down for a second. So then I found these buildings, both industrial buildings, and both look absolutely phenomenal together. So I was like, boom, there you go. This is why I want the asset editor to become a thing, because then what if I could make these buildings like actual functional buildings that I could upload on the workshop? In my opinion, I think that would be really cool. And also, Paradox, can you release the updates already? I don't care how long, I don't care what quality it is. Release the updates, for the love of Christ, and all that is holy. And hey, look at that. Look, the trucks actually move. They drive around. I think that's really cool. Anyways, yes, so here it is. I probably could have added a little bit more detail, but I feel like that this is just kind of me trying to figure out the park itself. Added in a lot of foliage. That's what this park is going to be known for. It's going to be known for its greenery. I want Sonder County to be a clean county. It'll have an oil plant, don't worry. It'll have some fossil fuels being used, but overall, it's going to be pretty green, renewable energy. That's why so far I only have transformer stations all over the place, because I don't really want to you know, I don't want to throw anything out there that's... Yeah, but look at this. This was me exploring the mod, and I was like, darn, you can build runways? Yeah, I'm definitely going to be using this mod a lot. We're going to create some custom airports, and it's going to be awesome. Anywho, yeah, so this park. What about it? What's the history? I don't know. It's a county park. It's a county park led by a lot of green activists that wanted to kind of show the message of like, hey, you know, our park is for the environment. It was produced with eco-friendly wood viner and the such, and it's awesome. And that's what I wanted it to be. Foliage everywhere. It is a park mixed in with recreational use, mixed in with some water parks. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of questions in the comments, right? And it's about City Planner Plays' video about building a water park and a petting zoo. I did watch that video, and once you know it, I was a little upset about it. Not because he uploaded the video. No, I love City Planner Plays. He's awesome. But it was about the fact that I got that video settled. By the way, the game just crashed, so I guess it's a good time for me to explain it. I had my video recorded, and I had the idea to rebuild the park before he uploaded, and then he uploaded the video, and then that lost motivation for me to actually record and edit this thing, because I was like, I don't want to look like I'm copying this guy. You know, but I'm not. I mean, I'm doing completely different things. It's just right now, that's all you can build, really, is a custom water park and maybe like a recreational park. You can't really build anything else. City Planner Plays managed to build a petting zoo, which I think is pretty awesome. I think that's pretty sick. But I'm not going to build a petting zoo, because if I was building a petting zoo, even though it would look nice in Sonder County, it also would be copying. I'm not a person to copy another person. So when stuff like this happens, I'm like, okay, you know, we'll be fine, we'll be good, we'll be chilling. And yeah, so here it is. Boop. There we go. Now we're back in the game. Here we are. Yeah. Lost a bit of progress there. That's okay. This was me just crashing out right there. Nah, not really. Also, if you hear any clicky clacks or any sort of humming in the background, one, that's my air conditioner. It's 95 degrees where I live right now. And also, I broke my keyboard yesterday. That's what happened. Yeah, I broke it. It's gone. Kaput. I spilt black coffee all over it. I was staying up late because of Regents exams that are coming up. All my New York people, we all know how that deals. But anyways, yeah, so we're going to create a custom bus stop right here. I wanted it to be right out in the front of the park. You know, I think I made the price free, or it was like $2 to go on the bus. Because I'm like, you know what, if public transportation is going to do anything, it should be a little bit more efficient. I think I also edited one of the bus lines in this video, the one that went from Windsor to Grapeseed, because I just really did not want to have to deal with, like, you know, everything. Listen, traffic in this county is starting to get bad. We're going to have to do an episode where we're going to have to fix it. It's canon, all right? It's canon. For every City Skylines player, all right? It's canon. You have to do it. I'm sorry. It's got to happen. Gosh dang it, man. Anyways, yeah. Led down the bus line. It did a little waypoint turn. Whoop, 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 bop. There we go. And, yeah, it's like $2. Boom, there we go. And it goes from Windsor to the Sonder County Recreational Park, which is absolutely beautiful. And it's green. For clean energy, and also the buses are going to be electric too. I didn't even add in the upgrade. I forgot to do that, so they weren't even running off of electric. They were just running off of, you know, gasoline. But whatever. I guess that just makes it more American. And look, we are clean energy because we have charging ports for your cars. Oh my goodness. I owned an electric car for like 2 weeks. It sucked. Having to sit in Walmart for like an hour and a half a day just to charge the thing. Really annoying. I don't like electric cars. I think that the infrastructure just isn't there. I like the concept of an electric vehicle. I think it's cool, you know, but whatever. My stupid, dumb, idiot, poopy brain opinions aside, look at this. This took me forever to do. This first it was pump, then it was gas, and then I was like, I was hesitant to use the search thing for Find My because I was like, I don't want to crash the game again and lose a bunch of my progress. But then I found out that if you literally just search up charge, then you'll get it. And there you go. We're cool. We're cool now. Good. And I repainted all of them. All of them are green now. Look at that. And I also found this other tool where if you shift click and then you press this one button, it's basically like an eyedropper tool. It's like a fill tool for the paint. I cannot believe that I actually never discovered anything like this. It's pretty awesome. Originally I was gonna put some solar panels right there and be like, oh man. Oh yeah, look at that nuclear power plant. Ooh, I love nuclear power. Anyways, yeah, look at this traffic. It's ugly, it's stupid, it's dumb. I might have to redo the whole intersection and make this thing a little bit more efficient, but that's okay. We'll be alright. Yeah, so then we're going in with some foliage, with some nice trees. We're chilling. This is a pretty laid-back build, you know? I'm not going to say that every build has to be absolutely extravagant, but I'm not going to go ahead and say that this video was absolutely nothing. Because at the end of the day, we got cars to park here, and I think that that's really awesome. This parking lot also looks sick, by the way. I love it. I love the way it came out. It looks beautiful. Anywho, we're adding in some nice crosswalks, making sure the place looks nice. You know, I don't want to get hurt when I go there, because then, you know, then you can sue somebody, and then they might sue you back, and it just, you know, it turns into a whole thing. Anywho, yeah, this whole area. Goodness gracious, oh my goodness. I don't know what I was doing. I was like, all right, we could fill in some of this. So this mod adds in, like, you can make your own park, and you can add in some values that it'll have. It'll incline people to actually go to the park, so I kind of just added all of them because I was like, yeah, man. And then I wanted this to be kind of an infotainment booth, and this is where all the workers were going to be. I was going to be like, yeah, 200 workers. That sounds about right. This sounds about like how many people would be working in a park of this size. Now, a big thing is planning out how the hell this park is actually going to look. I had a lot of ideas, and this is the part where I was looking at Six Flags, and I was like, huh, you know, Six Flags kind of has some pretty sick stuff. So let's go ahead and take a gander at it. Yeah, so Six Flags, they have this cool little, like, shopping area where you can buy sweet treats and all sorts of other things, and it looks pretty awesome. It looks pretty legit. So I was like, all right, you know, I was gonna be like, all right, we can work with that. So I added in this nice little roundabout area that I decided to keep. Oh, no, I guess I got rid of it. No, not really. I did end up adding it back, and we added in a cool little commercial area, which should be happening like any minute now. I kind of forgot. I've been up really late these past couple nights, so I'm sorry if, you know, my video quality isn't the greatest, or if something weird happens during this recording. It's nothing that you gotta be worried about. It's just, you know, whatever. Anywho, yeah, so this is me sitting here looking at Six Flags, just pictures of the overhead view and the satellite images, and I'm just like, all right, this looks pretty legit. Pretty legit, man. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. Yeah, so we're going in, we're looking for some assets, we're looking for some things that we can place down. Originally, yeah, look at that water fountain. Of course, why wouldn't we have a water fountain? I remember seeing people drink out of those at, like, the Dutchess County Fair. It was gross. By the way, water fountain water usually isn't clean, so don't drink it. It's not filtered, usually. Unless if you want to get an amoeba, a brain-eating amoeba. The theme for this park was white and green. I wanted this to be eco-friendly, and I don't know if any of you guys know Frutiger Arrow, I guess. I don't know. I sound kind of like a stupid, poopy idiot saying that, but whatever, man. Yeah, I wanted a little nice commercial area. Now, these little things were actually functional. People could actually work here. People could actually shop here, which would incline people to go to the park even more because now there's a shop. You gotta, when you build parks like this, you really gotta look into the logistics behind it and the coding behind the AI. Because if the AI doesn't see something that it likes, just because it's pretty doesn't mean that they're going to go to it. You know, they're not real humans. Real humans would be like, oh, a park, I want to go spend my time there. Yeah, the AI in this game is just like, me shop, me work, me sleep, me drive, me die. That's like basically what the AI does. So you really got to kind of work around that, and a good way that you can do that is by implementing areas where the AI has to go. So in this case, an AI might go to these shops. And then they might decide, you know what, I want to go to the park afterwards. The AI is pretty linear with how it wants to do things, and I think it's kind of cool. I covered up these window areas. I figured that it doesn't really make any sense to have windows, to have any second floor in an amusement park. It just does not make sense. But I kind of liked some of the second floor windows. I think some of them make sense. Maybe there's like a management area on the top, you know, all sorts of things. Who knows? That's the good thing about interpretation, is that you never know. You know, placing down. We're placing down some other things. I wanted it to kind of stay like mirrored to itself, but we all know how that can go. usually doesn't work out very well, especially when you're trying to copy and paste one asset to another, and both of them are flipped, so there's no mirrored version of the other building, so you have to choose a different version of the building. But whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, I think it still looked nice. It still looked kind of cool. And look at that! I painted the vents green, because I realized that you could do that, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, let's do that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's light this candle, huh? Sorry. Anyways. I'm gonna call this the castle area because the top roofs kind of look like the little castle areas. And hey, look at that! Look at all the people! Look at all the people arriving. The reason for that is because of the fact that I placed down all the little employees, and now they all have a motive. They can all go to work. Eventually, I ended up getting rid of it because I was like, we have to figure out a way to make it so that the employees are walking around the park. And I managed to do this by, it's a nice surprise. Actually, whatever. I basically put the employee little nubs in the buildings themselves. Like these kiosks, they all got little employees in them. You know, all sorts of little dumb stuff. You know, all that jazz. I wanted this to be a little food court area. You know, outdoor food court, and it smells like burgers, fries, and deep fried Oreos. Who actually likes those things, by the way? I don't know who like genuinely does. Especially, I've had them before. It just tastes like grease. It tastes like grease and cardiac arrest. I don't really like them that much. And we're going back with the foliage. Oh yeah, man, here it is. Foliage time. Woohoo! I had to delete all these notes because I was like, all right, you guys can all go home. You'll be back in like a week or like a day or so. I mean, this park probably would have taken like a year or maybe a year and a half to build. I think the game actually went to 2029, so I guess it makes sense to a degree. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Anywho, check this out. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, I'm putting down all the park stuff, and look at this. See, I put all the employee nubs in here, so now all the employees are gonna go somewhere. They have somewhere they need to be. So they're gonna walk throughout the park, and I think that that's really awesome and pretty freaking cool. And we're continuing expanding the park. This is where the water park area is going to be. I like the idea of the water park. They need to add in park life, like, right now, because imagine the type of stuff that I could build in City Skylines 1 if I had the park life DLC, but I only have the base game for City Skylines, and it's not special at all. Sorry, that's just me crashing out about the fact that City Skylines 1 just doesn't hit as hard as City Skylines 2. I don't know. I think it's because I played City Skylines 1 a lot, like almost religiously on my Xbox. And then it just all went away after that. I got kind of bored. Look at this. Shopping area. Another little shopping area. Actually, no, I feel like this would be kind of like a server room / like employee area. Or like an area where like visitors could go to like ask questions about the park or complain, like a Karen being like, you gave my kid chlamydia. It's just like, all right, lady. Yeah. Also, I didn't save the park after this. By the way, I'm just going to let you guys know that now. This is why I had to rebuild the whole park, was because right after I saved the game, that was the last time I did it. I didn't do it since. And I didn't have the autosave feature turned on like a freaking idiot. So I was just like, all right, man, that's awesome. I love to hear that. I think that's awesome, dude. That I just lost like an hour and a half of progress, but don't worry, I was able to redo it in like 30 minutes, so. What are you gonna do, huh? At least the park looks nice now, but I'm just gonna tell you guys, I'm not revisiting this. Unless if they release an update to fix the parks, I'm not gonna revisit this build. Am I proud of it? Absolutely. I think it looks awesome, and it's a great addition to the county. But it's also, I don't know, it's just kind of like, not the best. I don't know. I feel like that there could be a lot of things improved. There's a lot of other, I don't know, I doubt myself a lot with this channel. You guys like my content, and if you don't, you'd probably tell me. I know that I got flamed for that one video that I made that got kind of viral, and it had like 2,000 views, and like everybody was just telling me that it looked like I was on crack, which I think is really funny, because I was just talking really fast. I'm still talking really fast, but it's like different now, you know what I'm saying? It's like a totally different groove. I'm also going to increase the sensitivity of my microphone, at least a little bit. I mean, I'm going to adjust the volume when I go to edit this video, so I guess that's, what, post-production? No, when I'm in the production area. Goodness gracious, man. Anyways. Man, who's hawking and chewing right now? I'm so sorry. I try to prevent that type of humor on this channel, because it's not me. It's not me. There's a difference between being goated and being me. I'm not him. Anywho, look at all this. Look at all these buildings. Wow, they look awesome. Sorry, I'm going a little quiet right now. There's not a lot that I did in this area. I was just adding in foliage and a lot of decoration. I mean, I feel like the key to making any sort of park look somewhat okay is by just, you know, making the the park layout. That's one thing, and also adding in decorations. But the park layout's definitely pretty critical to making any build, not just that, look okay. You know, a good extension of this is definitely, you know, having like a dedicated area for the water park, having a dedicated area for like commercial and shopping, having one area for like just general park usage. It definitely adds in some character and allows things to just be a little bit more flowy. And well, you know, there's parking lots here. Our car's gonna have to drive down here. Maybe this is like a limited access thing. Like if you have a certain pass, you can drive your car through here and you can park it there. But I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid, come to think of it. But, man, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anywho, look at this. So I learned the hard way that the custom pedestrian street roads that I made are not good at all. All of them needed to be basic vanilla game pedestrian street roads. The biggest reason was because of the fact that, the services and connections, cars can't drive on here. It's solely pedestrian usage. So it leads to a bit of an issue like crime rate in the park, and I wasn't able to fix that, but until I added in that thing. But, you know, that's kind of cool. That's cool. Whatever, man. We're chilling. We're alright. You know, kind of think of it, I probably could have just installed a mod that allowed me to have the water textures, and then we could have had something kind of cool, but, whatever. It's fine. You win some, lose most, I haven't won any. It's alright. Anywho, here it is. Here's a nice little plaza area that I wanted to have in the park. You know, just another area where you can go get some food or some drinks. I feel like this place would be popular with slushies. You know, I feel like this whole water park area, like, people love the slushies here. It's just like, dude, have you had Bob's slushies? Bob's banging slushies, man, they are so good. You gotta try them. I'm telling you this now. Yeah, like here it is. Boom. That's Bob's banging slushies. Bob's banging slushies. Absolutely phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Added in a little park area. Because anything more to get citizens to actually come and visit here. Because God forbid, man. Oh my goodness. And then I couldn't move this building for the life of me, and then eventually I got it. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to bother with it. Not going to bother with it at all. It doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter at this point. This is my crash out. Is this me crashing out again? No, this is me just trying to figure out like a building style that I wanted. Man, we got to get park life in here. I'm not going to lie, man. We've got to get park life. I really, really wish that we had it, but I guess this is just kind of me screaming out into the void. Everybody wants park life, but nobody's going to get it. We're not going to get park life anytime soon. So, whatever. Bunch of trailers, bunch of kiosks. They're competing to Bob's Bangin' Slushies, and I'm not here for it. I'm not having any of it. I'm telling you this now, man. I'm not having a single thing of it. Anyways, yeah, so this is what I did. I just placed down the little employee blips. This adds 10 employees per placement, and it looks awesome! Look at that. So now the employees will walk through the park in order to get to work, which makes it more realistic, and it'll also make it look like the park's actually being used, which, I mean, it is being used, but, like, I don't know. Kind of. Like, I had to give it a fat minute in order for it to start working, which I guess makes sense. That's why I kind of left the game on pause while playing, because I was like, you know what, whatever, dude. Added in this. I don't know. This is just another little shop. Maybe it's like a tourist area. You can go get some swag, you know. Man, swag. Remember when AMC Theater did that? They would say, like, show off your swag. I remember the year was 2016, too, so it was just like, I don't know, it was like a flashbang of an advertisement whenever I saw it. I was just like, goodness, they actually made these. And I kept mentioning it to my mother, but she was so confused about what swag was. She didn't know what swag was. So it was just like, it was a headache whenever I had to see it, because I was just like, I can't do anything about it, man. It sucks. I added these little walking areas. I think they're kind of nice, because then people could go and hang out. And then an entrance. Look at this, a little entrance, a little baby entrance. I think that's kind of cool. I added in that because that's going to be a place where you can go get some tickets. That one was actually completely inspired off of City Planner Plays. That wasn't an original idea at all. I don't take credit for a lot of this build. A lot of it came from City Planner Plays. But, I mean, why am I going to ignore an urban planner? You know, the guy knows what he's doing. So, obviously, I'm going to follow in his footsteps, at least to a degree. I, myself, want to be an urban planner. Of course, I'm going to sit here and be like, yeah, urban planning stuff. I'm going to want to learn it. I don't know. I mean, you can ask questions about me in the comments about it and be like, oh, well, you should have done this and this. And it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm surprised I even managed to get this video out today. My keyboard's busted. I'm using a keyboard from '99. I made a post about that, so I hope you guys really enjoy that one. Really enjoy clicky clacks. God forbid I live stream. I mean, I was gonna live stream today, but it's 95 degrees in my house. It is 81 degrees in my house right now. It's unbearable and terrible. Man, you got soft hands, Brett. You don't know nothing about that. And I'm just like, bro, please leave me alone. You stink. You stink, bro. People who like warm weather, you guys stink. Go take a shower. If you guys do take a shower, if you're taking a cold shower, no, that doesn't mean that you don't stink, alright? Goodness gracious. Yeah, check this out. Look, see, it's the police issue. I was trying to, what is it? Fix it? What's the term for, what's the business slang for fixing something? I have no idea. I'm like really hot right now. Like, I'm like sweating my buns off right now. It's like terrible. It's like really bad. I don't know why I have the need to mention that. I think I'm just tweaking, guys. I'm sorry. I'm connecting up all the services across the county. Sorry, I'm really out of it today. I just need to get this video out. I really don't want to leave you guys in the dust. I'd better have it. It's better to have an upload than no upload at all, just so you guys know I'm alive. And that I am, like, actively building. Like, I'm actively working on this. But, I don't know, it's just such a drag sometimes, I'm just really busy right now. Like, this channel isn't a drag. Managing it isn't a drag at all. I love everybody who puts effort into this, being, as in being an asset of the community. But I also just believe that, like, man, this is a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm a heavily busy person and a bit of a workaholic. Some would say that I am. Yeah, but you don't post that often. Yeah, because, like, this channel's a completely different thing. It's a completely different, like, vibe, It's just, it's a place where I can have a nice zen, relaxing time. Just chill out, make something cool, record it, put a voiceover, lazily edit it, upload it. I mean, I don't want to say my editing's lazy, but I think that it could definitely be improved, like, without a doubt, But, I mean, there's a lot of things in my life that can be improved, Like, nobody's perfect, I suppose. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's really, I don't really know what the word is. Like, I'm melting right now. It's absolutely terrible. But, hey, look at that. Look at that. We got people driving through here. We also got trucks driving through there and cars driving through there. I'm not even going to try and fix that. I'm not going to try and go back in there and fix it. It's not worth it at all. Oh, Lord. Man, what am I doing right now? I'm just kind of going around the county fixing random things. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, this was me fixing the bus line. I didn't like that it went through that little alleyway, so I forced it to go this way instead. I don't think the bus actually listened to me. Oh, it did! Yeah, see, now it takes the highway, which I think actually lowered traffic a little bit. Come to think of it, I haven't loaded up the game since I recorded this video. I think I probably should in the future. Maybe get something down for that. I think that'd be kind of nice. Anywho, yeah, look at this. Look at all this. Whoa! Leaves, foliage everywhere. I wish the trees planted a little bit more densely. City Skylines 1 did that, but in this one, it's just like if you play a regular map, you're not going to have any trees everywhere. Like, anywhere. It's terrible, man. I hate it. Despise it. Look at this. I put stuff all over the place. I set the game to night mode because we're adding in hella decorations. We're adding in lots of decorations everywhere. And it's awesome. Look at all this. Foliage. You get foliage. You get foliage. Everyone gets foliage. It is beautiful, man. What did I place here? I honestly forgot. A bronze statue. That would have been funny. I actually did consider placing that down. Oh, no, I just placed down some parks. Alright. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense that I would. the little chirper themes. I like the little chirper parks. I think they're nice. You know, I like the little chirper parks. I like Chirper. He's a jolly little fellow. You know, jolly little fellow. Love that little guy. Anywho, let's connect up the road. Let's add in a second parking lot. Cause why not? You know, this is America. Don't got you tripping up, or don't got you slipping up. I don't know what the lyrics are. I completely forgot. I forgot that song even existed. Who really knew? Anywho, I figured we should probably have a warehouse area for this whole build. It's only right. It's only fair. You know, a place where, you know, people can store all their goodies for the park that can be used later on. We have ourselves a little warehouse area that connects up. It's nice and long and girthy and beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love it. Absolutely love it. Anywho, yeah. So this is pretty legit. This is a pretty legit build. Yeah, just some nice little office sections. You know, we're going in, adding in some parking, which I didn't know that these areas were actually functional. I didn't know that those little parking areas were functional until I actually placed them down. Not the parking roads, but the parking decals. I didn't know that cars actually parked in them. I literally didn't even know that. I was like, what the hell? When that first happened, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool actually. And then I think this is towards the end of the video here. I was just kind of going around placing down some little things, you know, some little areas where we can connect up some roads, and you know, make it so that little trucks if they need to deliver. But this area is closed off right now. A truck cannot go through here because the park is currently open. But when it's closed, I like to imagine, you know, the employees, they remove all the stuff that's blocking that road, and then the trucks overnight, they restock everything. So then everything is nice and consistent. After all, we don't want inconsistency in the world. That is the last thing that we need as human beings, is inconsistency. Anywho, yeah, so we go in, place down some more stuff. Some more stuff. Yes. Is this where I added in the parking lot? This is where I added in the parking lot. It's pretty awesome, really. Definitely took me a lot of time. I think it took me about 5 hours-ish. 5-ish. I'd say. About 5 hours. I don't really know, though. Yeah, I think about 5 hours. This took my whole Sunday. No, it took my whole, what is it? Tuesday? Yeah, it took my whole Tuesday up. It was evil. Can't believe I did that. Goodness, man. Alright, so I feel like I'm about to pass out from heat exhaustion, so I'm actually just going to let this build kind of roll out. You guys can chill out to some music or something like that. But anyways, yes, this was the build. I'm really sorry. I'm probably going to pass out right now if I don't stop recording. So I'm going to stop recording, and yeah, this was the build. This was basically what happened. Nice theme park, you know? I like this build. I think I enjoyed it. Goodness gracious, I need these blackout curtains. Woo! Man, I'm dying out here. Anyways, guys, I love you all. Thank you all for joining me today in this build. Trust me, I'm trying to get these videos out. It's really difficult trying to manage school right now. It's I turn in one assignment and then I get assigned 3 more. So, you know, it's perfectly fine. I'll be alright. We'll all be fine. Anywho, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay frosty. Stay curious. And, you know, if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. Alright. See you guys.